Bill, you're here at the Roger Neal Style Hollywood Oscar Suite, and you're here with a book that's all about you.
Yes, it is.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, my ship sunk. I first put 2.5 years in the North Atlantic. We were battling the Germans' submarines, and our ship was able to sink a German submarine in the North Atlantic. After Germany surrendered, we were ordered to the Pacific, and that is where my ship sunk. Nine of us got the raft off the ship as it was sinking. 6 days later, no food, no water, and there were only four of us left on the sixth afternoon. Shark killed one of my buddies on the fourth day, and three went insane from drinking ocean water. It had salt in it. It dried up their bloodstream, and they first went crazy and left the raft yelling for different things. One boy was yelling for a taxi to wait and take him home, and another boy he said, I'm going down. I think our ship is sunk right below us, and I'm going down to get everybody something to drink. He never did come back to the surface. Another boy would swim around the raft, talk to himself. He had been drinking a lot of salt water. And every time he got on my side of the raft, I would pull him aboard the raft. And I would show him the sharks in the water. And I said, don't get back in the ocean. They'll kill you. And it was good for about 20 minutes, and he would be on my side again. I would pull him on and remind him again. But this went on, and the last time I pulled him in was about 2 hours after dark on the fifth day. On the sixth morning, he was nowhere to be found. But God performed a miracle in my rescue. And let me tell you this, I'd made up my mind on the sixth afternoon, 2 hours before dark, that I'm going to die. I won't see the sun tomorrow. And I was all set, and with four of us left. But looking off in the distance, I saw a mountain on an island, and it reminded me of a scripture in the Bible that my mother used to read to me and my younger brother and sister before we went to school. And it went like this: if you have the faith of a grain of mustard seed, God can remove a mountain. That mountain made me think of that scripture. And I told the other three fellows, they were sitting across from me on the raft, and I said, I think God is going to rescue us. And the moment I said that, all three of them come over on my side, and I was a senior survivor. I had to go to ship's inquest. But when they came over and we were all sitting on one side of the raft kind of went up on a tilt. And but I prayed first, and I asked God to forgive me of anything I've done in the past unpleasing to Him, and promised Him to forgive me of my sins. And God, I want to thank you right now for what you're doing in our rescue. And after I finished praying, the other boys prayed, and it wasn't 40 minutes after the last boy prayed, we started singing songs the moment we quit praying. And we were celebrating because we were going to be rescued. There wasn't anything in sight, but I'll tell you what an exciting time. First time we sang and we began to celebrate, and it wasn't 40 minutes, we heard aircraft behind us. And here, the airplanes were not coming our way, but about 5 to 8 miles back in a line. As they went by, we waved, yelled, splashed water. First one went by, the second one followed him. Here come the last one. And when he got even with us, he turned and started coming our way. The most beautiful airplane ever built as he dipped down over the raft to signal that he'd seen us. He radioed for the other two boys, and they made a U-turn and come back, and they circled around while he went for help. 20 minutes later, he came back with a big PBM that lit in the ocean. They came up within 20 feet of us, and they threw a life preserver at us with the rope tied to it. We grabbed it, and they began to pull the raft up to the plane and took us to a hospital ship at Air Sea Rescue. And they hooked us up to 1,000 cc's of glucose. You could feel life coming back. What a blessing. You, you know you're going to see your wife, and you're going to see your mom and your loved ones. And what a blessing.
When you were out there on that raft, did you know at the time that it had been 6 days, or were you so past counting that you didn't know until you were saved?
Well, you know what? I was kind of aware, but yet I was so busy. I was a senior survivor and I had to go to ship's inquest. And I even told them, I said, as many ships as we have, none of you guys were out there looking for us. There were two admirals in the group listening to what I had to say about our ship sinking. And one of the officers said, Harrison, do you realize you were rescued 40 miles out to sea from where your ship went down? We were searching for you in the area where your ship sunk. And the typhoon wind was 120 miles an hour. Every time we get to the top of one of the 65-foot waves, the wind would blow the top 4 to 5 feet of each wave and the raft and the men blow us into the next trough, 65 feet high, the wind. And you can imagine, then I realized why we were blown 40 miles out to sea.
To see that mountain.
Yes, that's it exactly. But God has been so good to me, and He's still performing miracles in my life. I am so thankful.
So before you saw that mountain, you had seen your friends who were going through all these different experiences from drinking the salt water. Did you know that the salt water would have that effect, and is that how you
I
survived?
did know it, and I began to warn the fellas, but it didn't seem to matter a whole lot. And I tried to help the boy who was drinking the most water. I would grab both arms and hold him until my hands got numb, and I'd turn loose and shake my hands to get life back. But they would be back the moment I turned loose. They would be back in the ocean water drinking it. But I tell you, I started speaking 2 weeks after I was discharged from the Navy, and I haven't shut up yet, as you can tell.
That's good. You shouldn't. Everybody needs to hear your story.
Well, thank you very much.
Right here, World War II veteran, 94-year-old Bill Harrison. It's his true story. Right there's the book cover, and he's here with a true American hero right here in front of us.